101, The Fundamentals. I'm Colin May. I put this slideshow together here to help discuss some of the fundamental issues about leadership that sometimes we just don't understand. So, welcome and come on in. Leadership has evolved. It used to be a command and control, top-down, very hierarchical system. What the boss said goes. Today, leadership is much more inclusive. It's leading from anywhere. The research and studies have shown that it's much more important to have a much broader set. Everyone can still have the titles and ability, but the volatile and uncertain world that we live in require these much broader definitions of who a leader is. And of course, this requires communication, interpersonal skills, and engagement. So let's define leadership. Leadership is the process of an individual to motivate, influence, and enable others to contribute towards the effectiveness and success of the team's mission. I think it's really important to break this down and really look at its constituent parts. First, it's a process. It doesn't end. We are always trying to learn and do better and improve. The individual is at the center. It's, again, not about a specific title or role. It can be and has to be anyone because we are all leaders. Motivating, influencing, and enabling are the key attributes of leadership. This is about moving forward, working together for a common goal to get everybody moving in the same direction. We also want everyone to contribute because everyone has a different perspective and a different gift. They can utilize this to work towards that contribution and the common goal. Effectiveness and success is important because leading is about a new vision, a future state, and executing to get there and meet those objectives. Finally, the mission, right? What is the purpose? Why do we do what we do? And how do we serve others? Influence is often called the currency of leadership. I really like this quote from John Maxwell. If in your life in any way connects with other people, you are an influencer. You use influence to help others. The Center for Creative Leadership has also done some research that talks about the importance of organizational intelligence, knowing what's going on, being able to promote your team, being a trusted advisor or trusted contributor, and using wide networks to help move things along. They also talk about the use of logic, emotion, and cooperation. These are key influence strategies. We won't be able to go into these in depth today, but I think it's really important to be able to remember and keep this idea at the center of our leadership. We are influencers. We have that ability, again, regardless of title, role, or position. Now let's talk about the difference between leadership and management. This chart shows leadership as being about change, focused on the big picture and what is in the future. It's very continuous. It's very uncertain. And the key skills about motivating, aligning, creating a vision and a strategy, doing internal and external partnering, scanning the external environment, being engaged, recognizing patterns and trends, and most importantly, the development of our people requires a flexibility and adaptability. Management, on the other hand, is all about making the trains run on time. It's about details and execution. It's about the here and now and being efficient and stable, kind of guiding people towards what needs to be done and how. We look here at operations, monitoring, staffing, establishing a workflow and using that, having measurements, problem solving, providing feedback and reporting, having internal coordination, and being able to prioritize tasks. In management, we often talk about policies and predictability. We need people to be able to do what needs to be done. In the middle are relationships. This is exactly what is needed in both. So communication, time management, organization, creativity and innovation, the ability to influence and persuade, having strong networks, using emotional intelligence, being a coach-like leader, making decisions and using judgment, facilitation of the process, and navigating complexity. The key here is to step back and intentionally think about whether I am doing a management task or a leadership task. Being able to differentiate between the two will help really figure out, am I focused more on the execution or am I focused more on the future and the change that needs to happen? When we're able to do both, it's much more effective because we can still pull on those key internal and external skills, the ones in the red box that we need to be able to do, so that we can be the best, whether we're wearing our management hat or our leadership hat. So I hope you've enjoyed this very brief but hopefully informative video about Leadership 101. There's much more to come, but for now, enjoy the journey. Let the journey begin.